All right, so here we're at the westpacificgirlscouts.org website under their resources tab, and we'll be exploring our safety activity checkpoints right here. Also note that there is a section for troop and group resources, which has many of the forms that you might need in planning your field trip or outing. So let's take a look at our safety activity checkpoints, and these will download into Word documents for you. So if you, let's say we're interested in going geocaching, which is a fun activity involving GPS. It's kind of like a treasure hunt. So let's click on geocaching and our document will download and we'll see what is involved in geocaching. So here we are with our geocaching safety activity checkpoints. In any safety activity checkpoints, you'll notice sections on how to participate, how to be inclusive, including girls with disabilities, gear that's needed, how to prepare your group for that geocaching, what to do before and during the event, and then additional resources such as links and other important and interesting information. So this is a great resource not only for adults but for the girls who are involved in planning your event, especially as the girls get older. Certainly juniors and up could be responsible for reading some of these safety activity checkpoints and making sure that the group is following all those guidelines. So here are some of the gear that we must take with us to go geocaching: sunscreen and lip balm, sunglasses, drinking water, a cell phone, clothing appropriate for the activity and weather, notebook and pen or pencil, and swag, or little trinkets that are exchanged out of geocache boxes. And then some specialized equipment that would be needed for this event. And notice that these are not necessarily suggestions, these are requirements. So make sure that you look well in advance so that you know what is involved with this activity. So here we are communicating. We're going to make sure that we have permissions, that the girls are planning right here embedded in the document, that we have appropriate transportation and supervision. Our safety ratios here are the same as with any event or camping situation. So say you have a group of 14 brownies. We must have 2 adults, at least one of whom is female, for the first 12, and then 1 for each additional 6. So with 14 girls, that would be 3 adults minimum. And that we have somebody who has experience, and we'll move this over here, somebody who has experience and skill in supervising and teaching. That doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who is a certified GPS expert in this case. Sometimes you will require a certified individual, but the safety activity checkpoints will outline when that is appropriate. That you are making sure that you have the key contacts back at home, emergency contacts, that you select an appropriate location for your girls. So if you have a younger group, maybe you're going to want to stay in town and look at geocaches, which are rated in difficulty level. So you would want to make sure that you're choosing locations that are appropriate for the girls that you are supervising. And then down a little further, dressing appropriate for the activity, developing a curriculum. If you are working with a group of juniors, there is a geocaching badge, which has extra information about geocaching activities, and that you're prepared for emergencies by taking a first aid kit, a current certified first aid and CPR adult, and that if you are located 30 minutes or more from medical assistance or EMS, that you have somebody who is certified in wilderness first aid. So those are some things to keep in mind. And then on the day of the event, making sure that you are prepared for the weather, that the girls are using the buddy system, that girls have learned about geocaching before they go, and that you are practicing safe practices during your event. We'll go back to our West Pacific website here, and you'll see there are many events and activities that girls can participate in, and archery here. We even have one for Segway, which we don't really have overseas too much, but should you have the opportunity to take your girls on a Segway trip, and you'll see that there are requirements special to that. You may notice some activities that you think might not be appropriate for some Girl Scouts, such as scuba diving. So let's take a look at scuba diving, and you'll notice in the scuba diving section that there are some specific guidelines. Right here in the last sentence, scuba diving is a challenging activity. Girls must be at least 12 years old and meet the health requirements set by the certifying agency. So not every Girl Scout can go scuba diving or participate in that. And so you'll need to make sure you review carefully the safety activity checkpoints to discover if your event is appropriate for the age level of girls that you are working with.